This is definitely a game changer in learning a language.
Every thought that you'll ever want to express has a verb nucleus.
I've never heard of that before.
All right. So a verb, here's what you can think of it as. Think of verbs as a container of vocabulary. So imagine this cup has the verb, like give me a Spanish verb, like yo soy or
Caminar.
caminar.
Verb is
Okay,
to
muy
walk.
bien. So imagine the verb is estoy caminando.
Okay,
Okay.
yes.
As a label on this cup, it says estoy caminando.
Okay.
Now think of all of the vocabulary that you could write on little pieces of paper and put into the cup. For example, estoy caminando is the label.
Okay.
En el Zócalo.
Yeah.
En el parque.
In the plaza.
Estoy caminando en la playa. Estoy caminando en la playa.
Okay, so it's the beginning part, and then what it does is...
It's the verb starting point.
It's the verb starting point, and if you know that, you can just learn different endings to throw on to
Exactly.
say whatever you want to say.
Exactly
Is that
right. Verbs contain vocabulary. So
Okay.
if we took that same verb starting point, estoy caminando,
Okay.
and put it in the second person form of a question, estás caminando, that's still
Wait,
on
wait,
the
wait.
outside.
Say that again. Say it a little bit slower.
I got you.
I
got you.
process that.
So if we took that same verb starting point, estoy
Yes.
caminando,
Yes.
and underneath it on the same etiqueta, the same label here,
Okay.
it now is in the second person. Are you walking? Estás caminando?
Okay.
All of the vocab is still good. So I
Right.
could say estoy caminando en la playa. Question for you, ¿estás caminando en la playa?
Okay. got
Okay?
So
It
you're-
creates what we call instant conversation,
Yes. Okay.
right? Change the verb label to anything else. Like, what did you see? I just saw, acabo de ver. Let acabo de ver, I just saw something. Acabo de ver is now the verb starting point or the verb container. What did you just see? I just saw like a guy walking. So acabo de ver a
Un
un
hombre caminando.
hombre caminando, right? Or acabo de ver, I just saw the mountain hill, the church.
Yeah.
Acabo de ver, what did you just see? So
I just
acabo
saw
de
it.
ver
And you can
this.
put on, if you learn different vocabulary words for the ending, then now you're becoming basically fluent.
Exactly,
almost.
exactly. So what we're not doing is conjugating that entire verb out here on the front of the cup just for the sake of doing it, because no one's ever going to come up to you and be like, "Hey, conjugate the verb caminar," and every person you go, no
nobody-
problem. Camino, camina, camina, camina. You're never going to do
You
that.
can't think like that.
Exactly.
Because your brain can't process that information.
It's
that
useless
fast.
anyway. You don't need all of the verb conjugations at any one time. You just
Okay.
need one. So let the verb, whatever verb starting point here, be what it is, and that contains vocabulary.
Got it.
Okay? So in Arabic, and now this is Jim and Carolyn.
This is my wife,
I'm gonna
Carolyn.
get out of this. Start over.
Let the verb starting point be saying, now you don't know any words in Arabic, right?
Not a word.
Okay, so let the verb starting point be eshrab.
Say that again.
Eshrab.
Eshrab.
That's fine. That's perfect.
Eshrab.
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 Find a way to remember it. Eshrab.
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 Eshrab means I drink.
Eshrab.
Okay. So that's the verb starting point. The vocab could be coffee, tea, beer, wine. Okay. So let the vocab be kahwa.
Kahwa.
It's fine.
Okay.
Kahwa, right? So if you drink coffee, you're going to say eshrab kahwa.
Eshrab kahwa.
Okay. Is that a true statement?
Yes.
So tell me like you mean it.
Eshrab koha.
Okay. Eshrab kahwa. And it's true for me too. Eshrab kahwa. Okay.
Okay.
Person who doesn't drink coffee would say no,
No.
tomo, right?
No eshrab koha.
Beautiful. No eshrab kahwa, which is la eshrab kahwa.
Le
La.
la. La eshrab. La means no.
Yes, it's like
La
saying no
eshrab
tomo.
koha.
La eshrab kahwa.
Oh.
La
La
eshrab
eshrab
kahwa.
koha. Kahwa.
That's
Okay.
it. That's it. That's it.
La eshrab kahwa.
That's you making it your own.
La eshrab.
These are your words. It's
Yes.
your Arabic. Okay.
Yes.
So which is true? Eshrab kahwa or la eshrab kahwa?
Eshrab koha.
Eshrab kahwa. Okay, what about shy?
Shy. Ich. No.
Ich.
That was
The
German.
German comes out.
Sorry. My wife speaks German.
I know.
How do you say no again? La. La eshrab koh. No, the other word.
Shy.
Shy. Shy would be chai.
Tea, exactly.
Chai tea.
By the way, Jim, any mnemonic device is fair game. So if you need to remember that la
Yeah.
reminds you of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. If you need to use la, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la,
Sure.
to remember that it's la, so be it. Shy sounds like chai. Okay, it
Right,
also sounds like
chai
shy
tea.
as in I'm shy.
Yeah.
So I'm too shy for coffee, but I'm not too shy for tea. And there's any crazy mnemonic device is fair
Kahwa
game.
was coffee.
Kahwa. Okay. So eshrab kahwa. In my case, eshrab kahwa, eshrab shai, eshrab ma, eshrab
Eshrab.
bira, eshrab whatever, Coca-Cola if you
And
want.
if you learn the word no, which was la,
You double your
you
capacity
have
instantly.
doubled your capacity
Dude,
because now
that
you
is
can
the deal.
Now you can
That's the
say
deal.
the negative of
Yes,
whatever it is.
whatever
you
it
can
is.
say all the stuff that you like and all the stuff that you don't like.
100%.
Cool.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So any sentence is actually infinite because you switch out.
The-
You switch out.
by adding one thing, which
That's the
is
point.
la. You have now doubled your
Right.
whole experience.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. So I just had a thought. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this.
Yeah.
So I've heard of people doing this, taking little Post-it notes
Mm-hmm.
and posting them around the house.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that they walk into the refrigerator, you might have the word for refrigerator, but you also might have the word to open, like the verb to open.
Sure. The first thing is that seeing items, nouns labeled as the thing is okay, but the best you stand to gain from that is that I memorized that vocab.
Yeah.
But one of the major principles of this type of method that we're doing is that vocab by itself, like pencil sharpener, if it's not contained by a verb container, it's as useful as having coffee without a cup. Like vocab without a verb container is like coffee without a cup. What am I
Okay.
supposed to? How am I supposed to take this? Imagine they come in. Here's
So-
your
so
cup.
you
What do you want me to? You know?
So you can say table, but you can't
You can't
use the
use
word.
it. That's why everyone says, "Oh, I can't put together sentences, and it takes me 10 years before I can put together a sentence." People have that problem because
Right.
they're not using a verb container. All right. So here's what I would do.
I've never thought of that. That's interesting.
Here's what I would do if you want to put stuff on walls, which I think is possibly a good idea. What if we put a note card taped to the fridge, and here's what's on the note card, Jim. It's a question.
Okay.
What you gonna drink? What you gonna eat? All right. So you go to open the fridge. You can't eat the thing until you answer the question. It's the troll that. So it says "¿Qué vas a comer?"
Yeah.
on the fridge. What you gonna eat? ¿Qué vas a comer?
Right.
In Arabic, "Mada setakul?" And you have to go. If I want to get that eclair out of the fridge, I can't do it until I can say "Sa'akul eclair."
Right, because just the vocabulary doesn't help anything. So you can name the name of an object, but what do you do with it if
Totally.
you don't have a verb to
That's
say
it.
I like,
That's
I
it.
don't like, I want, I don't want. If you
Right.
can say la in front of it, you can say I don't want.
100 exactly. Verbs are constants, and vocab is variable.
Right.
Because I am. If you ask 20 different people to say something that begins with "me llamo," my name is,
Yeah.
you'd get 20 different answers. "Me llamo" is the verb constant.
Yeah, right.
The vocab is because you got Carolyn, you
I
got Jim,
call
you got Tony.
myself, but my name is
Uh-huh.
Yam.
So on the mirror in the bathroom, how are you today?
Yeah.
¿Cómo estás hoy?
Yeah.
Bien, gracias. And then on the TV, what you gonna watch? ¿Qué vas a ver?
Right.
And you can't watch that show yet until you can say, what's my verb starting point? I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch.
Ver.
Voy a ver.
Uh-huh.
Voy a ver en Netflix. All right. ¿Qué vas a ver en Netflix?
Yeah.
Voy a ver.
And then you could just name
Insert
all of
show.
insert whatever vocabulary word.
Vocab
you want.
variable.
Got it. That's a great way to. I never had any formal training
Gotcha.
on the language, but it's almost like a light bulb moment because that's what you need in Spanish. So if
Yeah.
you applied that same concept to any other foreign language,
Yes.
like Arabic, like you're teaching me right now, that's really the right way to do it.
Verbs as containers of vocabulary is a universal concept.
And I've never heard that before.
Yeah, and that formal training that you're supposedly going to get, we all know what happens when people take form. They say, "Well, I've been studying German for 10 years, but I still can't have a conversation." That's the most common thing.
How many times? Like I spent a lot of time.
So
here in Mexico.
clearly, that formal training isn't the thing.
Right. And that's how we actually got to know each other this morning
Mm-hmm.
because we just met. Was we passed each other and you said a phrase to me
Uh-huh.
in Spanish that contained the verb container
Right.
with an answer at
Right.
the end.
Sure.
And then I answered back with one, and that's what started
Right.
this conversation.
Right.
And then we switched over to English.
Right.
Super interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is definitely a game changer in learning a language.